So next topic is permutations. So first definition. Let S be a non-empty set. And A of S, which is a set of all mapping F from S to S, so which is 1 1 and onto. So this is a 1 1 and onto. So this is called a set of permutations, called a permutation of S. So this is called a permutation of S. For example, let S consisting 3 element 1, 2 and 3. So, and consider a map F from S to S such that so this is a map from S to S such that, so this is a S and this is another set S, and the map is 1 2 3 1 2 3. So this 1 goes to 2, suppose, and 2 goes to 3 and 3 goes to 1. So this is a F map, and this map is 1 1 as well as onto. So what is F of 1 2, F of 2 3, F of 3, which is equal to 1. So this is a 1 1 as well as onto. So this can be say that F is a permutation of S, because it is 1 1 and onto. Now, since order of S is equal to 3, so number of ways in which three elements connected with three elements in 1 1 and onto ways. So these are in 1 1 and onto ways. So these are 3 factorial. So 3 factorial, which is a 6. So number of permutation on S is 6. Now if order of S is equal to n, then it implies order of A of S permutation, which is n factorial. So remember that if S has n element, so order of AS, which is equal to n factorial. So this is A of S is also written as Sn. It is also called a symmetric group of degree n. Symmetric group of degree n. So Sn is called symmetric group of degree n. Now this map, this permutation can be written as, so if F is some permutation from S to S and it is defined by F of 1 goes to 2, F of 2 which is equal to 3 and F of 3 equal to 1. So this permutation can be written as in this way F. So first I write domain which is 1, 2 and 3. Now see that 1 goes to 2, so this is 2. 2 goes to 3, so this is 3. 3 goes to 1, so this is a 1. So it means 1 goes to 2 under mapping F, 2 goes to 3 under mapping F, 3 goes to 1 under mapping F. So in this way we can write the permutation. So if G is another permutation S to S, which is defined by G1 is equal to 2, G2 is equal to 1 and G3 which is equal to itself. So it acts as identity. So same way G can be written as, so first write 1, 2, 3. So 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 1 and 3 goes to 3. If there is no element, no image, so it goes to itself. 3 goes to 3. So this is in this way. So it can be written as 1 goes to 2 which is G, 2 goes to 1 under G and 3 goes to G under 3 goes to 3 under this values. So this is a second permutation. Now how we can define the composite functions? Now from this F is given, G is given, so how we can define the composite functions? So composite function is defined as, for example, now from this, so as I just remove these values, now how we can define the composite functions? So first I take F of G of 1, F of G of 2, F of G of 3. So this is equal to F of G1 which is equal to F of 2 by this, and F of 2 is equal to 3, right? So it means 1 goes to 3. So 1 goes to 3 under map f of g. Similarly, f g of 2. So what is g of 2? 1. So it is f of 1. So f of 1 is 2. So 2 goes to 2. So it acts as identity. So remember that 2 goes to 2. Now in case of 3, f of g of t, which is equal to f of g of 3. So g of 3 is 3, f of 3. So what is the value of f of 3? So this value is equal to 1. So 3 goes to 1. This values under mapping f of g. F of 3 equal to 1. So 3 goes to 1. So in this way we can find the composite map. So in general, how we can define the product? So this is f of g, this is f of g. This can be written in this way. So first write f, then write g. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, then 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 3. So this is a composite map. Now, so this is a product. So domain is always same. So 1, 2 and 3. Now check. Now start from right hand side. So here start from right hand side. So 1 goes to 2. Now shift to next permutation. Shift to next permutation. So this is, so in this way shift to next, which is a 2. So this is 2. Now 2 goes to 3. It means 1 goes to 3. So in this way 2 goes to 1 and 1 goes to 2. So it means 2 goes to 2. So it makes identity. Now third, 3 goes to 3 and 3 goes to 1. So this means 3 goes to 1. So this is a 1. So in this way we can find the permutation 1 to 3, 2 to 2 is identity and 3 to 1. So this is our permutation of product. Now this permutation, how we can write it in a cycle? So cycle, if 2 goes to 2, this is act as identity. So cycle can be written as, if it start from 1 to 3, so this is, I write 1, 1 to 3, then 3 to 1, so cycle complete. 1 to 3, 3 to 1, then it means cycle complete. Now 2 goes to 2, so which act as identity? So 2 from 2 to 2, so this act as identity. So this permutation can be written in the form of cycle. So cycle can be written in this way. So this is called cycle of permutation. For example, if I take another example, suppose S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is set. Now the permutation on this set S is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is Now given if 1 goes to 2, 2, 3, 5, 6 and 1 and 4. Now check. So this can be written as from, I start from 1. This is 1. 1 goes to 2, this 2. 2 goes to 3, so this 3. 3 goes to 5, this 5. 5 goes to 1, so it goes to first element, the cycle is complete. Now this cycle contains 1, 2, 3, 5 elements. So remaining element 4 and 6. Now start from 4. So 4 goes to 6, this is 6, and 6 goes to 4, so this is a second cycle. So all elements are 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6 are used. So there are only 2 cycles of these permutations. So 1, 2, 3, 5 and 4, 6. These are cycle. These are cycle of permutation F. So these are cycle of permutation F. So in this way we can find the cycle of permutations. Now here we discuss how we can find the cycle and then product of permutations. So all of the method we have discussed here. Now after that, what is the permutation, what is the disjoint permutations, right? So that is a. Now next is orbit. If I write, so which is next definition, orbit ja class of A ja cyclic permutations. So next is orbit. This is orbit. So what is this? This is, let S be some non-empty set. Suppose this is a non-empty set and F be a permutation on this set. F belongs to A of S, means permutations. Now for any 2 element A, B belongs to S, so we define a relation. So we define a relation. So that relation is this relation. This relation is an we define a relation on set S. So what is the relations? Relation is A is related to B if and only if F raised to power n is equal to B. F raised to power n of A which is equal to B. For some integer n. This is for some integer n. So this relation is an equivalence relation. So this relation is an equivalence relation. So if this is a equivalence relation, then our given set can be partitioned into classes, and that classes can be written as equivalence class of A. Suppose this is a equivalence class of A, which is also called a orbit. So this is set of all x belongs to S such that x related to A, this values. X is related to A and this can be written as, by definition, what is x? X is equal to f raised to power n of a. So what is a? A is, what is n? N is integer. N is integer. So this is again written as fn a such that n is integer. So set of this kind is called a class of element A, and its second name is called orbit of A. So that we find the class of A, and that is also called a orbit of A. So if X is some finite set, so we clearly see that the class of A, if S is some finite set, it consisting the element of this kind, which is A, f of A, f square A up to some value, it finished at f of r minus 1 of A. This values, because S is a finite set, so we can find a positive integer r which satisfy this condition. The class of they is can be written as this values. So this is a also called a cycle. So this is a cycle of permutation. So this is a cycle. Now after that, what is the definition of cyclic permutations? So this is a definition of orbit. So what is the definition of cyclic permutations? So next is cyclic permutations. So we already see in the example what is cyclic permutation, that is connected. So if X is, let S is finite set, finite set. So what is cyclic permutation? A permutation F on S is called cyclic permutation, cyclic permutation if number 1. So this is called cyclic permutation if there exist distinct elements x1, x2 so on xn belongs to S such that f of xi, which is equal to xi plus 1 for every I is running from 1 to n minus 1, 1 to so on up to n minus 1. So this is a cyclic permutations. Now this can be denoted as cyclic permutations x1, x2, x3 and xn. So it is a cyclic permutation of order n. So this is of length n, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n. So it is a cycle of length n. So this is a cycle of length n. So in this way we can find the cyclic permutations, right? After that, now for example, if I discuss some of the example, so before that I take one example. For example, now that we already discussed. Now a cycle of, so first definition, which is called transposition. So transposition means a cycle of length 2 is called transpositions, which is called transposition, right? Now for example, if I take some permutation in general, if I take some permutation, now this is some permutation f on a set S. So S is 1 to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 goes to 2, 5, 1, 6, 4, 3, 6, 4, 3. This I take general some example. Now first, how we can define the permutations? So permutation, how I can convert it into cycle. So it is a permutation. So how I can convert it into cycle? So start from 1. 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 5, 5 goes to 4, 4 goes to 6, 6 goes to 3, 3 goes to 1. So it is only one cycle. So this is a one cycle. It is a cycle of length. So this is a cycle of length 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Length 6, right? Now again, it is this cycle is also orbit. It is also a class of any of the elements. So this is also called orbit of element 1. It is also a orbit of element 2, orbit of element 5, orbit of element 4, orbit of element 6, and orbit of element 3. So in this way we can find the cycle. Now if I take some another example at which it commute, so just find now for example, if I take some another example, so we can understand only with the help of example. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 1, 5, 1, 5, 6, 7, 2, 6, 7, 2. This is. Now first write it in cycles. So how we will write it? So start from 1, 1 goes to 3, 3 goes to 1. So it complete one cycle. Second start 2, from 2, 2 goes to 4, 4 goes to 5, 5 goes to 6, and 6 goes to 7, 7 goes to 2. So it is a product of two cycle. So just see that it is a product of two cycle. This cycle is a of length 5 and this cycle of length 2. Cycle of length 2 is called a transposition. So it is a transposition and it is a cycle of length 5. Now how we can find the orbit? So orbit is basically cycle to which element belong. Now what is the orbit of element 1? Suppose, or orbit of element 1, this, which is equal to, now choose a cycle to which one belongs. This is cycle 1 and 3. So it is a cycle consisting 1 and 3. It is a set consisting 1 and 3 element. Similarly, orbit of 3, it is again same. Now in case of orbit of element 2, so what is that? That is a 2, 4, 5, 6 and 7. What is the orbit of element 4? Again same. Orbit of element 5, again same. Orbit of element 6, again same. Orbit of element 7, again same. Right? Now next, these two permutation are disjoint. Why disjoint? So practical way to find the disjoint, if they have no point in common. So 1 and 3, here no 1 and 3. So if they have no point in common, they are said to be a disjoint permutations. Now what is the definition of disjoint permutations? Now discuss the definition of disjoint permutation. Disjoint permutations. So what is the definition of disjoint permutations? Now definition of disjoint permutation is, let F and G, these are two permutations, or they are said to be a permutation on set S, are called disjoint. So two permutation F and G on set S are called disjoint. So this is called disjoint if it satisfies these conditions. If for any x belongs to S, f of x is equal to x, not equal to x, it implies g of x equal to x, number 1. And number 2, same, this is part 1. Number 2, if g of x not equal to x, it implies f of x is equal to x. It means x fix the element, g fix the element here, but here f does not fix the x. So at least one of them fix the element. So they are called disjoint permutations. Now next result, which is very important, any two disjoint permutation commute. So what is the statement? So this is any two disjoint permutations permutations commute to each other. Any two disjoint permutation, so they commute. Commute means they are abelian, right? So they satisfy commutative property. So this question is 2017 and 1999, right, in GNDU University. So how we will prove that? So this is statement. So let F and G, let F and G be any two disjoint permutations. Disjoint permutations. Any two disjoint permutations, F and G. So by definition, we know that it is fixed at one element. Let X belongs to S and suppose F of X not equal to X implies G of X which is equal to X, right? This values. Now let again F of X which is equal to Y. So it means X and Y are distinct. So it means Y is not equal to X. So they are distinct. So first I take F of G of X which is F of Gx. So what is the value of Gx? So from this it is X. Now what is value of Fx? So this is a Y. Again G of F of X. So this is a G of Fx which is equal to G of Fx. Now this Fx which is equal to G of, what is the value of Fx? G of Y, right? What is the value of Fx which is Y? So this is equal to G of Y. Now here we know that G fixed the element. So here G fixed the element. So if G fixed the element, so this will become F of X. So I repeat once again, F of G of X which is F of Gx which is Fx. So this value is equal to Y. Similarly G of Fx. So this is a G of Fx. If G of Fx, so this is a G of Fx means G of Y. So this is a G of Y. So again this value is equal to Y because this fixed the values, because F of X equal to Y. So both are equal. If both are equal, so it implies, so if both are equal, so it implies F of G is equal to F of G of X which is equal to G of F of X for every X belongs to S. So it implies F of G which is equal to G of F. So similarly we can do in case number 2. So here we, for case number 1, so it commutes. Similarly we can prove in case number 2.